Hello traders, welcome to the Tuesday forecast. So we have gotten some moves. This is Euro US dollar. What we can see is we had this corrective descending structure and we were expecting for the price to reverse to the upside. It did reverse, unfortunately, price action was just not clean enough to take any setups. So we had this almost a flat range right here, kind of breaking the lows, retracing, breaking the highs, retracing, lots of wicks everywhere, and not really that conducive clean price action that I want to see. But we are now getting this move to the upside. Again, to keep in mind, today is Tuesday, so I'm being a bit more patient with the setups. I'm sitting on my hands a bit more. And tomorrow we can be a bit more lenient. I would say not aggressive, but we can tolerate more warning signs. So let's see if this will start a nice uptrend. Usually after a descending structure, we get a uptrend. So let's see if we get maybe a flag here or a break and retest, or we get an opportunity further up. So I'm looking to buy anywhere in this uptrend, anywhere in these legs. Of course, I'm looking also for the price to fit my plan. I'm not just taking any sort of a setup. But if the price continues to look like this, with some nice bullish blue candles, then that is high probability to go up. And behind it you also have a descending, so which makes it even more high probability for an uptrend to start. So it's really important to look at the prior price action, especially when it's wicky like this, then know it's a warning sign. But also when it starts to move to the upside or to the downside, you look at what happened prior. Oh, we had a descending, so then again we are expecting this to push up. Prior price action is the most important, I would say. Definitely the most important. Same case with Euro Japanese yen, but this looks even worse. So we did have this corrective descending right here, but then it just turned out to be a flat range right in this area. We got this flat range and we then did continue to the upside. Now these two candles are looking good, but that's kind of the only thing looking good about the price action. So let's see if maybe we get an uptrend. Let's see if we will start trending, then to look for a nice flag, a nice break and retest. Just what we don't want to see is price action like this. Lots of wicks, lots of smaller candles. That is a big warning sign. So same as on EU, I'm looking for this to continue up. Of course, it can just retrace back into the range and start ranging again. Then to be more patient and sit in your hands. The best bet is to look for this to continue up. The prior price action or the momentum behind it, the building up of the momentum is not as good as on the Euro US dollar. This descending is not as defined. And again, we had this range. So we are in a clear liquidity area now. And it's really important how this candle closes. If it just retraces and gives us another range, or if it actually continues trending to the upside. AU now. So for AU, we have, let's see, we also had this descending structure. Again, not as clearly defined. We did get some momentum in these legs. Right here, we also got some momentum. But what I don't like about this is that we broke the high here, retraced. So that is not really a good sign. Let's see if this will continue to the upside. Again, I would say that the momentum has been building up. I would say it. It is a corrective descending, but I would say that the momentum has been building up. One warning sign, as I said, for me is that we broke the low, retraced, then we broke the high, retraced, left a wick. Also have some wicks here, so I am expecting a range here if this does retrace. So if this retraces, I'm expecting a range in this area. So that's why I would just like a bit more confirmation from this impulse. I would just for it to push a bit more to the upside. Then I would look for a flag or a nice break and retest. and you can also count on the prior descending to give you a bit more confirmation the price will continue up. So again, you can tolerate some warning signs if the prior price action is good. If let's say we come from a V reversal, a range and a push up, then you know price is high probability to push up. Or in this case, if we come from a descending, then you also know that the price is likely to push up. And then you can maybe tolerate some wicks or some aggressive retraces or some momentum shifts in the pullbacks. Because again, the most important thing is the prior price action. And I would say also which day is it. If it's Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, that's good. Mondays and Tuesdays, usually trades fail. So let's switch over to Aussie Japanese yen. So my forecast for this one is the same as for EU and EJ. Aussie Japanese yen, this one looks a bit messy, but also we had a corrective descending here. So let's see if this will continue. Pushing to the upside, of course. Again, we did have some momentum down in this leg and in this leg also. And what I don't like is that we broke the low, retraced, broke the high with a wick, retraced. So after this candle, I was expecting this to just retrace and give us a range like this. But looks like it now continued up. It is forming a bit of a wick, but if it does push up a bit more, give us a nice close, I'm in it. I'm in a break and retest, I'm in a flag. So I'm really waiting for that momentum to the upside. If everything fits, if it's a nice clean close, I'm taking the trade. We have this prior descending behind it, so it's high probability to get in on that nice uptrend. Of course, this can also start to just ascend, as all of the other pairs can just start to ascend, then you know to look for a larger range, and you know not to take any trades. Since then we have a descending into an ascending, into a descending, signaling a larger range and not a trend. Or we can also get a V reversal, get a range, and this can push down. As on all of the pairs, this is a possibility. But I'm kind of only seeing at this point, if this pushes up for the V reversal to form, or for the ascending or for the descending to form, that all kind of takes time. So I believe until tomorrow, maybe tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, none of the setups to the downside at least would form. Only thing that can happen, we can just, if the price retraces, we can just range. So yeah. For this forecast, let's focus on if the uptrend continues. And then tomorrow, for the tomorrow's forecast, we can adjust what we're seeing based on the evidence, of course. The pound, well, it looked very messy. The pound here with lots of wicks. So when you see lots of wicks like these, just wicks to the downside, wicks to the upside, it's a very bad warning sign. It's a sign of a range. Lots of candles stacked at the same level. No consecutive momentum candles like you have, for example, here. Consecutive downtrend. Just have messy stuff, messy price. Let's see the volatility. If it has died down a bit, it has. So the volatility has died down a bit and we can now look for some trades. Of course, if we get a high probability pattern, currently bad price action prior, corrective descending also, but I just don't like this. I just want to see price move away from here and give me a nice break and retest like this. That's kind of the only thing I'm waiting for. Or for it to maybe give us a V reversal. Let me highlight the V reversal. Range, push down, flag. Or a break and retest to the downside. So I'm just waiting for a larger impulse up or a larger impulse down. This currently still looks very messy. Next one, New Zealand and the Japanese yen. So there was a setup right here, which would now be in heavy profit. This would be a reversal from a descending. So this, as I mentioned yesterday, had a really clean price action, a really clean descending structure. This is like a textbook descending structure. I mean, it cannot get any cleaner than this. In my opinion, we are in a clear range. This line is defined. This line is very defined. You can see how the price is rejecting to downside, leaving huge wicks, breaking and leaving wicks, breaking by just a few pips, especially right here on the bottom. You can also see how we just broke this low, retraced straight away, broke the low again, retraced straight away, left a wick each time. So if you want to investigate how a really clean descending channel looks like, this is really clean. You can investigate this one. Then we got this reversal candle, but for me, not enough of a break, especially it was Tuesday. So on Tuesday, I want to see, especially on Tuesday, I want to see a bigger break or even a 2-candle break. So I wanted to see another candle up. We did not get another candle up. This candle would have tagged you in if you had your order for a reversal right here. You would be tagged and you would now be in some heavy profit. For me personally, this candle was not enough of a push to the upside. I didn't see even a momentum shift. Like usually I look for a... Sorry, TradingView froze. So usually I look for a momentum shift in this candle. And if you just compare it, I mean, it's just very small compared to these the downtrend candles. So I just wanted to see a bigger break. If it was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe I would consider it. But I think I just need a bigger break for this one, especially it's the New Zealand Japanese yen. It's kind of an unknown pair for me. Fresh, so I'm trading it fresh. And yeah, I want to see a bit more confirmation. If this was Aussie US dollar and this same setup happened on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I would most probably be in. I mean, this is exactly what I'm looking for on the Aussie and the US dollar. So there. Then this did continue up as expected. Really nice push to the upside. At this point, I did not have an order on, so I currently don't have an order on. Why? Well, because of two reasons. First one, Tuesday. So I'm not really taking this big of a retrace on a Tuesday. Let's see the retrace. It's kind of 20 pip retrace on New Zealand Japanese yen. That's a bit volatile, especially on a Tuesday. Second reason, huge wick prior. Third reason, this momentum shift in the prior pullback. That's a clear sign that something is off and a warning sign. So if you compare this candle to, let's say, this one, it's kind of the same size or maybe even bigger. For me, I count that as a momentum shift. And when I see a momentum shift here, I usually want to see a 2-candle break right here. So I'm still waiting for that other candle. Then I would consider taking a long trade. So currently I don't have an order on for the reasons I just mentioned. But let's see if this will start trending up. I mean, this should be textbook to start an uptrend. It has already started an uptrend. So let's see if this descending will give it enough power to trend to the upside. I'm seeing some nice momentum up. I'm seeing nice legs, nice blue candles. So again, let's look for an entry if it gives us one. For this pair, I'm trading both the flag and the break and retest like this on the continuations, but the flag must be small and the break and retest must have a nice clean close, and I need to see a clear momentum. I need to see clear momentum in the uptrend leg. So right here, this would be a clear momentum leg. That's kind of the example. So that's it for a forecast. I will see you guys tomorrow. I did make a video today, so check it out if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.